When it comes to posting weekly, it's never about having the right type of motivation. It's more so about removing the decisions and friction that slows you down from doing it. If you're constantly overthinking what you should be posting, how it should be filmed, what's the lighting like, or whether it's good enough, this is how I've made weekly uploads automatic, and of course without a lot of pain and suffering. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the exact mindset and workflow I use when I post weekly without burnout or by forcing myself just to hit the record button. Now, the first thing that makes weekly posting possible is having a very clear mindset. Now, not to be so generic, but what I specifically mean here is that you want to understand that being done is better than being perfect. Perfectionism is honestly the biggest enemy of consistency on YouTube, especially when you're still trying to grow in the early stages, especially if you are a smaller creator. And unless your name starts with Mr. and ends with Beast, perfectionism and ultra high production quality shouldn't be your top priority as a smaller creator. I mean, sure, it can help out, but it's not really necessary. And what actually happens when you're trying to be a perfectionist is you're going to probably be re-editing the exact same scene 5 different times. You record the same sentence over and over again just because you don't like how it sounds, and then you hesitate to schedule the upload for your video because the title or thumbnail doesn't just feel quite right yet. If you're being a perfectionist, none of the things that I just listed out will make the video anyways better. It just delays the feedback you could have gotten and the results you could have tested with. And at some point, you have to ignore that noise and pretty much just go with the flow and ship the video out as is. And what's funny is a lot of the times the video I almost didn't upload, the ones that I thought wasn't perfect, ended up performing the best out of all the videos that I've uploaded. Now, once you stop trying to upload perfect videos, the next problem becomes a lot more obvious, which is running out of ideas. And that's where my idea planning workflow actually comes in. Now, other than just changing your mindset of having perfect videos uploaded, the second thing that makes posting weekly way easier is having a video idea planning workflow. What I do is that I always keep a running list of video ideas ready to go. That way, when it comes to recording a video, I'm not sitting there staring at the camera trying to figure out what to talk about. As you can see on my screen right here, as from the screen recording, but this is just a Google Drive where I dump a lot of the video ideas that just come to my mind. Some of these video ideas come from me watching YouTube, other ideas just come out of thin air, and some of these other videos are also inspired competitor videos that I know would also make sense on my own channel. But here's the most important part that you should be taking note of. I don't just write down a title and call it a day. I actually try to at least have a rough idea or a rough draft of what the thumbnail design and title would look like. So in essence, having the actual packaging drafted up. A big rule of thumb that I follow is that if I can't picture a thumbnail and title packaging that would grab my attention, that's normally a big red flag that the video itself might not be really strong. And another thing I do in my workflow when it comes to planning video ideas is that I break a lot of these bigger videos into smaller standalone videos. So if you have something like a 20-minute course on YouTube content creation, which I might make sometime in the future, that's not just one whole video idea. That's easily, 6 to 7 different video ideas that you could be uploading. You can turn those ideas into videos like how to create click-worthy thumbnails and titles, the fastest way to edit a video, where to find video ideas like that. And a lot of business owners actually do this exact same thing with VSLs. They'll create one main VSL that they'll upload to either their website or even their own YouTube page, and then break it into smaller mini VSLs that focuses on very specific parts of their offer. It's pretty much the same concept here, but you're just applying it to the format of YouTube. Now, once you have those ideas lined up, recording weekly stops feeling really stressful, and that's where batching actually starts to come in. And this leads me into the last point on how I'm able to post weekly, and it's all because of batching, and more specifically, batching my recording and my planning. Recording multiple videos in one sitting session makes everything easier to manage long term. You're already set up your recording equipment, you're already in the right headspace, and you're not constantly restarting from zero every week. It also frees up a lot of your own time that you could put towards other important tasks. And this is pretty much what a lot of people call opportunity cost. But what really matters though is blocking off one dedicated portion of your time that's just meant for YouTube. And that's pretty much what turns this into a habit instead of something you're just trying to squeeze into your schedule whenever you feel motivated. But I do see one large mistake that a lot of people and smaller creators do, and that is treating batching like a 1 month type of thing, or a thing that you do monthly. You don't just want to batch recordings, you also need to block off times to batch new ideas and do research. That way, when recording day comes around, you're not scrambling to find topics or video ideas or forcing yourself to come up with ideas on the spot. Everything's already mapped out and you're just going to be executing it on the day of recording. And that's exactly what I showed you guys earlier with all the video ideas that I have saved up in my Google Drive. Now, once your planning and recordings are separated like this, posting weekly stops feeling very overwhelming and starts feeling repeatable. And that's really the difference between forcing consistency and building systems that supports it. Now, with that being said, this video was just primarily about posting weekly. So if you want to see what posting weekly actually led into after 60 days and what smaller creators should take note of, I broke that down in this video right here that is popping up on your screen at the moment. But other than that, if you do feel like you're struggling to stay consistent with your weekly posting, you should definitely take everything I said in this video and try it out, because you'd probably be surprised on how it's going to work out for you. And heck, you may end up really liking to record videos at the end of the day. So take everything I said in this video and I know you're going to go kill it on YouTube.